people become so accustomed to carrying quiet hurts that eventually they stop realizing how much it still affects them. Not because they're weak, not because they enjoy pain, but because human beings can adapt to almost anything emotionally, especially when it happens slowly. A comment here, a disappointment there, a quiet loneliness that never fully leaves, and after enough years, what once would have broken your heart simply becomes part of the wallpaper of your life. Some people even learn to joke about it, not always because it's funny, but because humor can make heavy things easier to hold. Sometimes people make the joke first, so nobody else has the chance to turn it against them. And over time, the laughter becomes so natural that even the person carrying the hurt begins pretending it no longer matters. But the strange thing about emotional pain is that the body often remembers what the mind tries to normalize. You can adapt to something and still quietly ache from it. You can survive something for years and still deserve tenderness around the wound it left behind. Some people become experts at minimizing themselves, explaining things away, making peace with disappointment, acting unaffected, saying, "It's fine," so many times that eventually they stop checking whether it actually is. And maybe that's one of the quietest forms of sadness in adulthood, not dramatic heartbreak, not collapse, just slowly becoming accustomed to emotional conditions that quietly ask you to expect less from yourself. Less tenderness, less reassurance, less care, less feeling seen, until eventually you begin offering yourself the same emotional distance the world once gave you. But maybe healing sometimes begins with something smaller than changing your whole life. Maybe it begins simply by noticing the jokes you make about yourself, the things you pretend don't hurt, the disappointments you've shrunk down small enough to carry comfortably, because human beings are incredibly adaptive, but adapting to pain and being untouched by it have never been the same thing.